folks, this is Darth Ravage07 coming to you today with another quick review. I want to start this one off by saying thank you to Carlos Nerd Reviews down in the description below there. Thank you so much for tipping me off to this new arrival at Toy Federation in Greer, South Carolina. I got through raking the yard this afternoon, and the wife was cool with me heading on down the mountain there to grab hold of this Gamer Edition Studio Series early release. They got it in shockingly, and its casemate is in fact Scrap Heat from the Studio 86 series, but that's another review after this one. We're going to ask you to do some homework. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thank you to all those that have done so. Let's turn this around and get into this Gamer Edition version of Starscream from the Studio series. I'm really hoping it's going to be worth it being a Voyager, maybe an upgrade, but I just got a bad feeling about this. And there on the turntable we do have the Studio Series Gamer Edition Starscream is number 6 in the Gamer Edition series from the War for Cybertron video game from 2010, because 2012 was Fall of Cybertron. So Hasbro prefaced this. Make sure to do your homework when you, if and when you do try to do the Fall of Cybertron stuff. So the War for Cybertron needs be not in total vain there. You got 27 steps to get him from robot mode to Cybertronian Tetrajet and back again. Starscream and the Seekers are tasked with reactivating an ancient Energon bridge. That's your story and bio. Here is the UPC for those looking in other markets. I hope this helps you find your version of Gamer Starscream. And I really do have to give credit where credit's due. This box is twice the box that the other boxes in this Gamer Studio series. They were paper thin. This is that thick, corrugated, super strong cardboard. I like that sound and feel, and they don't get crushed like very easily there. So anyway, I think this was just revealed last night in London for the Comic-Con, and then it's like before that they got this in 2 days ago. Like it's like either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning. First thing, one of the guys in my group, Carlos Nerd Reviews, sent me a picture of this, and it was at Toy Federation, which is a place where we frequent pretty often. And I'd like to say thank you again to Ryan, Andy, and Travis down there. They all were just super duper awesome when I was there. And anyway, we're going to crack this on open and get into the meat and potatoes of this quick review. Thanks again for watching. And what comes in the box: the warning in 26 steps. You get some instructions of Gamer Edition Voyager class Starscream, and we'll take a quick look and see. There's some other loose bits that have to be applied toward the beginning there. As you can see right here, you got a mace and a removable gun arm. Actually, it looks like you can actually hold it in his hand, unless I'm looking at that wrong. And then you can also remove the arm and those steps right there and do the big arm changing gimmick that these Gamer Editions do that I'm not too crazy about. And you get him transformed in about 27 steps there. There he is, 26, 27, boom, there it is. And then you get some semblance of what looks better than the back of the box there. And you can gear it up, which I'll probably never ever do that because I think these are big and gaudy just at first impressions there. Like I said, big and gaudy. There it is. There's the sniper rifle. It's like a far scope weapon. You got the mace right there hiding in there. You have, I can't help but feel that is just overly too big already in the box there. Something is off about this already. Good feeling is totally gone again, like it did on Optimus. Nicely done toilet paper doobie with the Autobot logos there. At least they put the logos on the doobie this time. Let's crack them out of the box and take a closer look at accessories and the robot mode. Oh yeah, the backdrop, and it's just another one of the scenes from the game. I can't even remember, it's been so long ago since I played War for Cybertron. The DS versions were super good and fun because you had like random Autobot that could scan different forms, and it was actually like gotta collect all the different forms or whatever. So it had some Pokemon element there, I guess, with the transformations, and it would do different things and what have you. But yeah, that's that gamer scope game, the backdrop. Anyway, I don't even remember where that's from. And there is the accessories out there on the turntable with Starscream out of package. And we do have some assembly that has to go on right here in a moment using these instructions right here. We just got to get these acclimated and get them centered on there and go from there. It's going to be kind of neat to see how this works out. Give me just a moment. According to set instructions, this is how you articulate those once they get in there. I think it looks better like this with these pieces moved in, but it simply pops out there, and it pops out there, kind of swoops into place. To each his own. Options are good. Options are there for a reason, guys, and I can't help but feel something is still really off about this figure. Let me zoom in and take a look at this next accessory piece. And these pieces that are along the sides are like a soft rubber. As you can see, it's kind of bent. I don't get why this needs to be bent up, but it is. Probably could take a hairdryer to it and get it straightened out. Feels pretty solid, especially when you connect it to the other piece that's in there with the two pieces loose inside of the tissue paper doobie there with the Autobot logos. And you simply just plug it in with the key. It's got a key to go in this little hole right here. So you just get it lined up, and you got his mace looking pretty solid, and we'll get that in his hand here in just a minute. And then you got this null ray of doom with the scope on it from the game, and it can also be held in hand because it's got a nub to do so, or you can plug it in a la the feature. And that's that gamer arm function. Looks just absolutely wrong. And you can actually store the other hand on the back side of this, but I think that's for later when it's inside of the jet mode. So you get a happy little thing there, and you can actually plug in that mace, or you can actually store the hand on the back side of this thing. So you can go pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. It looks a little bit better, but yeah, stuff and things you can do with that looks kind of silly. Options are good, and I can't help but feel that this guy is actually kind of fun in this little pose right here. Very, very posable. Not as cheap in hand as I thought it would be, and as cheap as it looked when it came out of box. This actually might impress some people. I can't help but feel that this is still too big when you do compare it to the other ones. We'll do that in a minute. I'm going to de-weaponize him and get him into some articulation poses. Let's bring this guy in here and take a closer look at those facial details before we go into the head articulation. So there it is. It's kind of got like a blue kind of head, kind of like his Planet X counterpart. So I guess they did a really decent job of that head molding there. He can look up that far, if not further, and it starts to bring up the backpack just a little bit. He can go all the way around on a ball, and it can look up in all the different directions as he needs to. Get some really creepy stuff going on from a horror movie. Like I said, these will articulate and thwip back and forth to those different places. Kind of worry about these getting knocked off over time, but we'll see how that does. I actually like this better now I got this in hand, and I'm so glad I went down the mountain to pick it up tonight. You can go all the way around. You can move that out of the way. You got that right there. You can go all the way out the side. You got upper bicep swivel. He's got 2 points articulation there in the elbow region, so you can get a nice deep, probably for the transformation later. And then I don't know why they went back with the Transformers Prime hands with the open fingers. I just like the fist being closed up. There's that fist stuff there going on. Like I said, that hand does pop off, and not as easy as the other ones on the other figures, Gamer Editions. The wings do articulate to however you want to, but this feels kind of loosey-goosey on each side of the backpack there. Maybe it's just still not in its totally tight spot there. I don't know just yet. But then he does got waist swivel, which can get hindered by his cockpit kind of hanging over, being a little bit too big. It doesn't look that bad from the side. This right here kind of still looks a little gaudy, but it's kind of nice that I've got it in hand now. Hollowness there between the legs. Can kick up that far, can go back that far. So I mean, got a lot there, and can only go up. Oh, you can get a full T. So there's a full T, and then wait a tick. If you get that out the sides, you can't get the full van damage. Impressive, guys. I mean, I thought I was actually on track to actually hating this thing, but still, cheapness looking at the plastic aside, I mean, this is impressing me more than I thought it would at the beginning and before I picked it up. Get that much knee, and you got the upper thigh swivel there, and it's got something going on, probably a transformation panel is popping loose, and you get some ankle tiltage. So you get all that good articulation. That's kind of impressive, guys. Was not thinking I was going to be impressed with this at all with it in hand. So I'm kind of glad I got it in hand now. And we're going to do some comparisons now with some other brethren. Here's a look at that Generations 2.0 robot mode. Just right heads up or whatnot there. We'll do a quick spin around the block. Hopefully I won't knock him over. You can see how that's a little weebly wobbly. He's kind of a little bit more solid standing. So, I mean, an upgrade already. Probably almost the favorite of the War for Cybertron in the Generations Gamer Edition series there so far. I like this blue better than I like that blue, but anyway, there's that. And then it's got like some of the same little details there, kind of a hotter pink there and a duller pink there. They did manage to squeeze some red in there. I know this is deluxe, this is a Voyager, but see how that is also not just much bigger than that. It's like a big deluxe. So anyway, there's those things, and I wish that we had these wrists or those closed fists, like I said, over those open-handed fist deals there. All that said and done, I just wanted to also do this other quick comparison since it's in robot mode. Actually, I want to hold off and do that in a later video. I was going to get the War for Cybertron Planet X version, but we'll just stick with this right here as a base, and then we'll get him with the other seeker. So maybe now that this guy's, if he's any good in jet mode, we can get the other guys to fall in formation, as you can never have enough seekers. So you already got one down, Hasbro. Let's get these other ones, but I'm hoping that third party does come along and fix that cockpit. There's something just off about that cockpit. Don't know if it's just it's too wide or whatnot, because these things are nice and skinny built. Planet X one is kind of skinny built, but yeah. So we're going to get this new Starscream and these guys into their jet form and do some more. Thanks for watching and your time and patience. And there is Starscream in his Tetrajet mode in Voyager class, and this was really neat transformation to get here, in all fairness, guys, to be honest. Hollow bits, of course, in the back there. Looking at the aft view, it's really not a nice aft. You can do your blast effects if you so desire. But I am having mixed feelings now that this is in jet mode. It's, like I said, it's got a really neat transformation. Probably should put together a little transformation short for the first time ever, and cut it together and show you how these pieces move in and out, what have you. But this is really neat how the stuff does, and I'll take a look at the bottom of it and let you see. That's how it folds up. It does like a Combiners War thing here. This whole thing unfolds and unfurls. This stuff is actually hidden in the backpack. These things slide around. It's really, really kind of neat how it gets to this jet mode. And for prosperity, we're going to get this into side by side with his old one in 3, 2, 1. And I still feel that the Deluxe does this better than the Voyager. It's like the wings are just a little too wee, but it's a beast and it's a Tetrajet, it's Cybertronian. What is the right answer there? I just feel like if it had some more wing, and I don't think we can take and pop these off and put it over here. I feel like these would be perfect over here on this, and not, I don't know. I still think with some time and get the other seekers that maybe this would grow on me a little bit more, but I like the big tempo of the Decepticon symbol there. I like it on the wings there. And while I thought this at first glance, like when we saw the stuff yesterday and whatnot, I thought this would be a total me hating it kind of fest, but I'm actually kind of liking this, taking it as a Cybertronian jet that it is, a Tetrajet. It's got that triangular shape like it did in G1. I mean, if you look at it straight head on, you'd got that going on, but I didn't think that the wings needed to be that wee, and or you can slot them down in there like that. I don't know if that helps it at all, but there you go. That looks a little bit better. And it's definitely different, guys. I mean, wasn't expecting this. Wasn't expected to be as conflicted as I am about it, whatnot, but I think that looks cool too. You can do it however you want to do it. Let's get into some final thoughts, guys. Had it had 2 of these, I think that would look better, and have it the other way, but yeah, I just think this looks completely ridiculous. Anyway, some final thoughts now. I am at a very unique point here in these final thoughts, as I thought I would absolutely hate the way this looks and does. It's actually kind of grown on me. If you take it as a Cybertronian jet, and what is the right answer? I mean, preface on that, then this is actually kind of neat until you get to these bits back here. So if somebody wants to make some gap fillers, I'll probably fill these in. And since you made one already, Hasbro, let's go ahead and finish the Tetrajet War for Cybertron trio. Go ahead and give us Thundercracker and Skywarp. Hopefully not 2 years down the road. Fairly quick would be nice. But there you go. That's about going to do it for his jet mode. Back to robot mode. Some final thoughts on that robot mode. I actually like this better than I thought I would. I thought I'd absolutely hate it. I like that you can do a couple of different options and tweak things the way you want to. You feel best in robot mode, and it has a great deal of articulation more. It's not as cheap as it looked initially. This is kind of growing on me like this, but it's still not as clean looking as the Planet X to my eye. And your mileage may vary. You guys might get it in hand and like it. I think it looks pretty good right there with that side view. Like that, it has the articulation there, but somehow it feels like it lost its way there, and it gets caught on its cockpit again. And there was no articulation in those deluxe class versions. And I think I actually do like this. I'd like it even more if that light piping was there like it was in the original. But this guy impresses more than I thought it would. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Going to take a pause here. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below there. Thanks again for subscribing. Thanks again also to Carlos Nerd Reviews. Check him out down here in the description. And if he hadn't told me that this was in down there, I'd have missed out on this altogether. Haven't seen a whole lot in the way of reviews there. So anyway, there is Gamer Edition 06 Starscream, guys. Hope y'all have an excellent weekend out there. This guy's a lot more fun in hand than I thought it would be until all are one. Y'all have a great day.